Please be seated.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello.
This is a case of Jones versus Houston.
Thank you, Jerome. Good day, everyone. Good day. Today's case is unfortunately another one of these cases about young love and pregnancy. Ms. Jones, you and your mother say you are tired of the defendant's denial. He's the biological father of your 6-month-old son, and once the DNA results prove your claim, you demand to be reimbursed for Baby Lyric's child care expenses. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Houston, you and your mother believe jealousy over your new relationship has led the plaintiff to point to you as her child's father, and you are convinced the truth will be revealed in court today. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Jones, where did your relationship with the defendant go wrong?
Well, Your Honor, he was so immature that I had to break it off with him a week before prom. He let everybody in his ear. He doesn't have a brain for himself.
Were you boyfriend and girlfriend?
Yes, we were boyfriend and girlfriend.
In high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Houston, do you think for yourself?
No.
You don't? Who thinks for you?
Yes, you do, honey.
Who thinks for you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes, my son thinks for himself. They were, she broke up a few days before prom. It was not a week.
It was a week before
It
prom.
was 2 or 3 days before
No,
prom.
it was a week before prom, Your Honor.
We broke
It
up
was a
because she was getting confronted of cheating on me.
But I ain't never cheated on him. I have never cheated on him.
But once
his family had him
I got to
believe
confront her.
that I was the one who was cheating on him.
So
And it was mainly you and your
You're
husband.
right, because
that
me
was
and my
doing it.
daughter were catching text messages coming through your
What
phone.
text messages?
You were answering
What
your
text
phone.
messages?
The one about the gentleman asking about, did y'all have a good time last night?
It wasn't no
And then
text
you
message in
denied
my
it
phone.
when my 14-year-old daughter was sitting there?
Miss Houston, how did you see text messages in a high school girl's phone?
Because she used to let my daughter use her phone like to play on. My daughter's like, she's 15 now, but she would let her use the phone at my house, sitting on my couch, because she used to come
I
up-
never
she
let
came over
no,
to my
I
house
never
all the
let
time.
her daughter
And so
use
she would be in the
use
phone.
my phone. She used
She
to
would
use
bounce
my
the
phone.
Wi-Fi
I never
off,
got
whatever.
your daughter's
So
phone.
Hold on, one at a time.
So once the phone would go off, my daughter would just ignore it. Well, all of a sudden she came to me and she said, "Mama, you wouldn't believe what came across Miss Jones's phone." And I was like, "What?" She said, "Look," and a gentleman said, "Did you have a good time last night?"
No, God never texted me.
Bottom line is you're denying their allegation that some man was texting you, some other boy.
I don't know why they got their
When you two were dating, were you dating anyone else?
No, I was with him. I was faithful to him.
So you broke up around prom, the time
Yes,
right before prom.
A week before prom.
When did you find out you were pregnant?
I found out June 3rd that I was pregnant. And then, like, once I scheduled the date for my actual appointment to see how far along I was a whole month pregnant. That's when I decided that I didn't know if I was gonna tell them because of all the drama that I went through with being with him. And so I knew that they were probably gonna deny my baby.
Not one
So I
time.
waited.
So once you told him, or how did you tell him?
I told him when I was 8 months, because I had
Told him when you were 8 months.
Yes.
Told my mom. Told
No,
my
she
mom
called
she
me
was
on
pregnant.
my phone.
Because he didn't have a
Called
phone
my
at the
mom.
time, Your Honor, because he
And
didn't
this
have a
is her.
job.
I don't want to have nothing to do with it.
Yeah,
That's
he didn't
between
have a
you
job,
and
so-
Mr. Houston.
Oh, no, actually,
Yeah.
I just said that last week when you
No, no.
When
She
you
been
called me-
mine.
One at a time, one at a time.
Your Honor, she's been disconnecting herself this whole time. She's like, that's between you and Nigel. That's between you and Nigel. So
Miss
she
Houston,
doesn't.
have you stepped out of the picture? You said it was between her and your son?
Yes, ma'am, because it's so much drama going on. When you call somebody 8 months pregnant and say, "Hey, I just found your number in my old phone, so hey, you guys are too much drama. I didn't want to tell you I was pregnant."
Oh,
Hello?
y'all, I was already treating her bad. Why would she
I
tell
said
you?
that I was like, I'm 8 months pregnant. It's a boy and it's Nigel's. And then she was like, well, why did you wait so long to tell us? And then I was like, because after all the stuff that I went through with you and your family, I decided that I wasn't sure if I was going to involve you guys. And then plus I had a hard first trimester, so I didn't want to involve myself with all that drama. And so then she was like, hold on, I'm gonna call you back. And then she called me back, and then she was like, are you doing this because of his girlfriend, Savannah? And I was like, what does she have to do with my pregnancy? And then she was like, because that's who he's dating now, and she's pregnant also. I was like, well, that has nothing to do with my baby.
my grandson. What does she have to do
Wait,
with my
another
grandson?
girl pregnant?
Yeah, she didn't tell me until she found out she was pregnant.
Yes, Your Honor, that's how it happened.
How the heck I'm gonna
On
know she's
Facebook,
pregnant and how I
she
know
was
you
6
was
weeks
dating her?
pregnant, all of a sudden the phone call came.
Yeah.
Because you know these.
Yeah,
used
so
to
like
know
I
each
just
other.
psychologically.
And you 18
and that
years
he was
old
dating her.
with 2 girls pregnant at the same time.
At the same time.
Well, if you would have known the first one, maybe he wouldn't have did the second one.
Oh well, if y'all wouldn't gone through all that drama, if y'all wasn't so drama.
You know
With
what?
all that
You're
drama,
right,
I
I'm
would have
drama.
told
That's
y'all.
why I
You're not
told her.
gonna talk to me
No.
or my children any kind of way.
No, you
One at a time.
Reaching out.
They were the ones who were
One at a time. I can't hear you all when you're talking at the
That's
same
why I
time.
told my daughter to stop reaching out to Mr. Houston and his mother because she don't have enough sense to teach her son with respect anyway.
They're very
and to
disrespectful.
take care of his own.
They was
okay.
disrespectful the whole time.
So
Even
why would she want to deal with him?
they were disrespectful the whole time.
If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. When she said she was pregnant, do you believe your son thought it was his child?
He didn't know what to think because she waited until she was 8 months. I mean, you can't just throw 8 months and I'm about to have a baby in a month and expect somebody to jump on ship with you and be like, okay, great, let's go shopping.
Your Honor, I was.
Hold on.
And I texted and called her, never got a return call.
Your Honor, I asked for DNA multiple times, more than 3 times, because I already knew that me telling them at 8 months that I was pregnant, I already knew it was probably going to be like some denial. So I offered the DNA test. And then the mom was like,
So why did the coworker say somebody else was the baby daddy?
what coworker?
Manager said,
The manager.
The manager
Your
said,
Honor,
oh, you're one
Your
of the
Honor.
guys that she's claiming to be her baby daddy.
Your Honor.
the manager
Wait,
told,
what's the story?
Your Honor, what the
wait.
heck is they talking about?
Miss Hasty worked at one of the managers came in and saw Mr. Houston or my son and said that, is that one of the guys that Miss Jones is claiming to be her baby's father because I guess he's one of the few.
He said there were multiple men she was claiming
Yes.
were potential fathers.
Yes.
I'd like to hear from your witness. Stand, ma'am. And state your name.
Savannah Hasty,
Miss Hasty, you are now Mr. Houston's girlfriend. And you also have a child together.
Yes.
Okay. When you were working, a coworker told you something about Miss Jones. Am I correct?
My manager did.
What did they say?
He seen Nigel come in and he said, is this the dude that dated Nakisha? And I said, yeah, that's him. And he was like, the dude told me and that's over there stalking, and he pointed him out to me and was like that she told him that he was the father of her child too.
How
he
was
was your
I
father
even
also.
supposed to cheat or anything when I was with him the whole time?
No,
when
you
did
were
I even
not.
have time to
No,
cheat?
you were not.
I was working
Yes,
the whole time.
She was
I
back,
at the house.
back
she
and
was
forth
not.
to your
Their
house.
house
He came to
every
my
day.
house.
So when did
Yeah.
I ever have time to cheat? At
all the
school,
time
we
you
went
were
Why
to
would
my
the
house.
store manager just come out of the blue and say something like that?
I don't know.
Because she doing
That's
what
what
she
she's
say.
saying. That is all made up, ma'am. I was
I
with
wish
him
it
the
was
whole
made
time.
up,
So when
but
did
it's
I
not.
ever
I
have
wish it was
time?
too.
And if they're smart enough, they can do the math. I had the baby January
whole
26th.
time.
It's not even
But they
about
can't
the
even
math.
do the
It's
math.
about the multiple
no,
men you have
No,
slept
it
with.
wasn't no multiple men because
Multiple
you
men,
know
multiple
that I
men.
was with your son
Okay, if
the
they
whole
broke up,
time.
no, you were
When did I
not.
have
You were
time?
Let's get some order.
When did I have time?
Ms. Houston, you just made a very strong allegation. You said that it's not about the timing, it's about the multiple men you were sleeping with.
Yes, ma'am.
What other evidence do you have that would suggest that Ms. Jones was sleeping with more than one person?
When she broke up with my son, she dropped him for another gentleman to go to prom with. When we were actually in the car with her, she answered the phone. There was a gentleman on the other line. She acted like she did not hear it. And, oh, you got the wrong number? We have numerous of people in the family that were hearing things.
Mr. Houston, have you played any role in Lyric's life thus far? None. Have you seen him?
No.
You've never seen
She
him?
won't allow us.
They never tried. One family member has seen the baby, and I let her see him willingly. So for them to be like, I won't let them see the baby.
why would Nigel
they
try to
have
come see him?
multiple
He has to
times,
come by
and
himself.
I keep asking them. And every time we set up a date for them to come see the baby,
Because Nigel can
they
only come by
wouldn't-
himself.
They wouldn't even show up.
It's the scene is playing out as to why babies don't need to have babies.
Yes, ma'am, you're right.
True.
I mean, it's
That's
just
true.
playing out.
That's true. That is so true.
It's like you all are a living PSA. No, really. For everyone to see, this is just so sad. And it's just so disrespectful on so many levels. If I closed my eyes, I wouldn't know who was the parent and who was the child.
Your Honor, this wouldn't be happening if he wasn't trying to get me pregnant, and he admitted to it, so he wanted a baby.
Well, news flash for you, sweetie. Someone can't get you pregnant if you protect yourself. And at your age and his age, getting ready for your prom, you should be getting ready to go on to college. Figure out what you want to do with your life. Where are we now with this? Now we've got 2 children. Miss Hasty's had a baby. You have a baby. Miss Hasty, is Mr. Houston involved in your child's life?
Yes.
How old is your baby?
6 weeks.
6 weeks old. Was he there for the birth?
Yes.
Is he on the birth certificate?
Yes.
So you've been there for this baby,
Yes.
but not for Lyric.
No. Because I don't know if that's mine or not.
And Ms. Jones,
So that's
that's
fine.
the basis of your suit and why you're suing. Because you're saying you've had to raise the child thus far and all Lyric's needs financially you've had to provide,
Yes, ma'am.
totaling close to $3,000, $2,000.
$2,819, ma'am.
Have you brought any evidence to support that?
Yes, ma'am.
Jerome, can you hand me that, please? You've submitted to the court a list of receipts as well as the physical receipts for clothes, diapers, food, toiletries, toys, books, totaling $2,819 and furniture. Yes, of course, we need that. Crib, etc. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
You've not gotten one dime of support from Mr. Houston.
No, ma'am.
You admittedly haven't sent any money. Do you have a job?
No. I go to school.
What about after school? How in the world do you think you making babies in this world and don't have a job? Who's supposed to take care of them? Me? How do you think you cannot have a job?
It's what?
What?
I couldn't hear you.
It's called excuse me, ma'am.
Excuse me, ma'am?
See, we're gonna get it right in here today. I don't know who's teaching you, but I'm gonna give you a lesson.
I'm teaching them.
Well, you're not. Because when I say something, the answer's not what. The answer's not what.
Okay.
You didn't teach him.
Oh,
You didn't
he did.
teach him correctly. But I am going to
Okay.
today because what he's not gonna do is stand in this courtroom and potentially have 2 children at 18 years of age.
Well, maybe if he would've known about that one.
No. Well, maybe if he was required to get a job, he would have one. Maybe if someone taught him
Education's more
that
important than
when
working.
you, no, honey, you can get your education and work. I've been
Yes, you
working
can.
since I'm 13 years old. Hold on.
can.
No. Now we gonna go to school on both levels, because I'll let you do the talking.
Okay.
It is important for him to get his education.
Right.
But if he is going to continually sleep with women unprotected and make children in the world, he's got to have a job.
Oh,
Hold on. I
agree
started
with you.
working when I was 13 years old and been working ever since. That baby is how old, Miss Hasty?
6 weeks.
So how do you take care of the baby?
I work.
How is it you think you can't have a job?
I ain't say I couldn't have a job.
Why don't you have one?
I don't know.
Are you applying?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. And I'm gonna show you in just 1 second. Children need guidance. Sometimes they need tough love. Sometimes they need to be told what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. Sometimes they need the expectations to be here, not lowered to there. Let them reach for the stars, right?
Right.
When I corrected him, the next time he responded to me, he did it correctly because I corrected him. The point is, it is possible for him to be employed right now.
Right.
And he should be. We're starting a bad pattern we're gonna break today. I'm ready for the results.
Me too.
These results were prepared by DNA Diagnostics and they read as follows. Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. In the case of Jones versus Houston, when it comes to 6-month-old Sinclair Lyric, it has been determined by this court Mr. Houston, you are the father.
Boom! Bitch ass.
Miss Jones, don't act silly. Don't act silly in here. Don't do it. I know you feel somewhat vindicated. I realize that. But this is not a time to perform because this is not a joke. You 20 years old. Mr. Houston is 18 years old. You at 18 years old, you have a 6-month-old and a 6-week-old and no job. We must change this. Your son, what is your baby, Miss Hasty, a boy or a girl?
A girl.
So they brother and sister. They deserve an opportunity to know one another, to be able to play together. I saw that look. That's his sister.
That's okay.
And he deserves an opportunity to know his sister.
He do.
So don't do that look when I'm talking. Ms. Jones, you presented receipts totaling $2,819 for child rearing expenses for baby Lyric. Mr. Houston, you have agreed that you have not paid anything to this point because it has been determined that you are his biological father. You do owe Ms. Jones $1,409.50, which is half of that amount. Judgment for the plaintiff. Court is adjourned.